Hello, welcome back. Today we're gonna make an instrument out of a rooster. I have a bunch of new animal samples from geese, pigs, cows, and roosters. So obviously I'm gonna make some instruments out of them. I thought it would be interesting to try a video where I show my workflow a little bit, show a few of the plugins I like, and we can create a path together. So let's give it a go. Over the weekend I was able to get some very interesting animal sounds. And of course I want to make a sample instrument out of them. I thought it would be interesting to show you how I go about sampling sometimes. In this particular instrument, what I'm gonna do is basically look at the samples. Using isotope, I'm gonna see more or less where potential pitches could lie. I'm gonna choose a couple of the plugins that I use very often, and we're gonna create a path. In this case, it's gonna be a rooster pad. These are the two samples that I thought would be interesting. And now the two obvious challenges is that the rooster sound is not isolated. There's a ton of sounds going on in the background. So I am first gonna set myself to the task of cleaning this sound, and I'll show you more or less how I go about it. I put out the RX6 Connect, send it over there, and now we're gonna start editing. Awesome. If we want to check what note that is, just to be curious. So it's basically an F sharp, more or less. That rooster is not very well tuned, but we're gonna live with it. Now this section might actually be easier to just get rid of completely. Right, just for the sake of this example, we'll leave it at that. Now let's send it back. We'll render this. We want that. We want it to be loud. Very interesting. Let's just double check which note this sample is. This one over here. It's F sharp 5. What I could try to do with one of the stock plugins over here is I can try just to, since we know it was plus 44, sorry, we'll bring it minus 44. Now this should be a more in tune F sharp 5. Now the fun begins. I have this preamp auxiliary that I had used for another little sample that I thought could be interesting to try out. So just that by itself sounds very cool, right? What I'll do is I'm gonna print out a stereo track. I'll print this so we can then manipulate it. Now what I always like to do in this kind of sounds is to add at least 2 round robins, and I change the parameters slightly so it's not always the same. Now I'm using the Valhalla Supermassive here. Let's leave the mix as it is. Make it a little longer, 100% on wrap and 100% on width. And now the Valhalla frequency echo, we'll change it to maybe 17%. Well, the rest we'll leave as it is. So let's add our second round robin. Now that we have our 2 samples, our 2 round robins, we're ready to begin making our Kontakt instrument. The instance of Kontakt I'll show you right now actually features other samples that I did previously, but have nothing to do with this tutorial. Now what we will do is we'll bounce this out. Obviously, always important to name them. Here's the instance of Kontakt that I had created earlier. What we're going to do now is create 2 new groups and import the 2 samples that we had created previously. Now, while creating this, I realized that I actually needed a 3rd round robin, so I went back, bounced it out, and added it to our Kontakt instrument. After making sure that all the 3 round robins work perfectly well, we are ready to try the instrument out. Pretty cool, isn't it? And another thing we'll add, I always like doing this, we'll make it velocity sensitive, but since it's pretty cool loud, I'll bring this up quite a bit. That's really lovely. Let's not forget to save, because when we don't save and we lose information, we cry. Or at least we should. Yay! So now we have an amazing and very interesting pad. I hope that by showing you my workflow a little bit, it can maybe inspire some ideas as to how to do things differently. I hope this was inspiring, useful, and if you would like to see another run-through video like this, please let me know in the comments. Hey, this is me from the future. While I was working on the video, I realized it was unfair to show you the sounds but not make them available for you. So I decided to make a Rooster Delay patch that you can download on my website right now if you go to the link in the description below. It looks a little bit like this. Go to my website, download the Rooster Delay patch, and go crazy. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share them with all your music making friends. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.